fake.
And now your hosts indeed. I am Dallas Dwight.
And I'm Drizzle Silvera. What's up, folks?
And welcome back to your new favorite band, the podcast, brought to you by the LA Maybe. I love that we have an intro and then also just say the same thing as the intro right after it. That seems really, really smart to me.
It is really smart. You know, it's doubling down. Like,
Right.
we're really committed.
Repetitive.
Yes.
We're in the music business. We know repetitive sells, right?
You know, that's why you do one line and then you do the same line again.
Right.
Of Coke.
Yeah, exactly. Like the 8 balls we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, those magic.
We're talking pool. Big fan of pool, especially the 8 ball. Okay. Well, we are continuing our series today, breaking down every track from Dirty Damn Tricks, our debut album. Today it's episode 9. That means track 9. That means it's the song Fake, which is an older song for us and the first one that we
Wrote about me.
kind of co-wrote. Yeah. Well,
No, I'm joking.
it was called Bitch. So that part was written about you, but then we changed it to Fake.
Just doubles. Bringing out the doubles today. The double barrels.
The double barrels.
The Drizzles.
The double barrel shotgun.
Dude, I still need to make a craft beer, like my own, called Daryl's Barrels. And here's the kicker. I have an animal that sits on my shoulder, but it's not a parrot.
Okay.
It's a squirrel.
Okay, that's too that's too much.
Daryl's Barrels? Dude.
Wait, why a squirrel though? Is there any explanation for that?
Because oak, barrels, trees, squirrels.
It
Daryl.
seems like a stretch. Is that the tagline? Just period after every word?
Trees, oak, squirrels, Daryl.
Barrels. It's like way off to the side, like further away than everything. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so today we're breaking down Fake. Before we get started though, wanted to let you guys know about the VIP program we have here. A lot of you guys have signed up for that already, and we have some fun stuff planned for you today we're going to get into later. But for those of you that are not signed up, it's $7 a month. Head on over to lamaybe.com/VIP. You're going to get exclusive merch. We have that coming for you guys very soon. You're going to get early access to the episodes 2 days earlier than everyone else. You're going to get a bonus episode every month, and you're going to get the uncut full episodes every single week. So those, what happens is we do the normal, 45 minutes for you guys. That's available to everyone. And then we kind of go off the rails at the end, and that's available only for the VIP listeners. So if you're interested in hearing us go off the rails, we've done some really cool stuff on these VIP episodes.
Yeah, we really have. One of my favorites was kind of going into the history behind the songs and checking out a lot of
The old
demos and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
We literally opened up our band Dropbox folder and just went through the folder labeled ideas and just talked about every idea. And there was some, stuff that might become songs in the future was on that episode. So
yeah.
You get access to all that, even retroactively. So if you sign up at any time, you get access to everything in the past. So feel free to check that out if that interests you. Again, that's lamaybe.com/VIP. Anyway, talking Fake today. Any thoughts from you, my friend, as we get started here?
Okay, so I'm driving up. Never hung out with you aside from gig night. And
That didn't really count, though. We didn't really hang out that much.
Yeah. No, it was all work.
We had like
so,
half a conversation.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, roll up and
And I didn't like it. I'm kidding.
walk in, and there's computer chairs and games and cats all over the place.
There's one cat.
Not yours.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about making it up to the studio.
Yeah.
Like, to make it up to the studio.
Where I was living at the time.
Yeah, to make it up to the studio. I was like, all right, cool,
I
sweet.
was living like a gaming house. A gaming commune.
Yes. So I get up, and it's like, boom, just like this pristine, nice couch, studio set up, guitars on the wall. I'm like, oh, yeah, nice. All right, cool. And
I
just
kept my room clean. I always keep my shit clean.
No, it was nice. It's like, well, anyways, regardless. No, we sat down, talking to each other, and hey, by the way, think
Holding
about
hands,
this, blah,
don't
blah,
leave that
blah, like, yeah, cool, check out this amp, these pedals, And you're just like down to business right away. And I was just like, okay, cool. So you're like, I'm hearing this, and maybe we could try something on this riff. And this all happened to be fake.
Yeah, after that was after we kind of did the jam audition, get to know you part.
Yeah.
I realized we were gelling good, so I was just like, well, here's something we're working on. And I pulled
Yeah.
up Fake, and I was like, here, you know, I don't know where to go from here. What are you thinking? And we came up with the solo section, I know.
Yeah.
And then from there finished.
I had done one riff for that. So you had the da da da, and I came up with the da da da, going into the da 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 da. Like I vaguely remember that. And the other part that I came up with that wasn't the solo section was that second time we hit that chorus.
Yeah,
I came up with that.
And we'll point all of our little diddle. Everyone's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" We'll point it out to you in the song in a minute when we get over in Pro Tools, and we're gonna be breaking down every track from Fake, just like we've been doing for the last episodes. If this is your first time with us, I encourage you to go check out those first 8. But
yeah, back to just finishing that up. I loved the song right away because it was like instant nostalgia for me. Like instant, like this is why I started playing guitar. I was like,
yeah, same.
Fuck yeah, this is gonna be amazing. I love, School of Rock. So
I love School of Rock.
No, that's literally like when I say School of Rock is probably aside from like my neighbors, is probably one of the number one reasons I started playing guitar. So thank you, Jack Black, and yeah,
I started playing guitar from, and we've told this story. Oh, that might have been for the VIP listeners. But anyway, I started playing guitar after hearing Welcome to the Jungle.
Hey, what's up? I'm not yawning.
Yeah, so that's why I started playing. It was a family trip. I was like 12 years old. I started playing, I think, the summer after 7th grade. So in between 7th and 8th. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And just couldn't put it down. Still haven't been able to put it down. So.
Yeah, me neither.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I loved School of Rock as well. And that really like jacked it up for me. But I think I was already playing by that point.
Gotcha. So so School of Rock came out before that point then in time. So
I don't remember, like, I don't think I saw it like when it came out.
Gotcha.
Like, I was just saw it at some point. I think it had been out for quite a few years.
Yeah.
What year was that movie? Was that 2006?
No, it was before 06, dude. I want to say like 02 or 03.
Oh, we can look it up here.
Yeah. So as he
if
pulls
only we
that
had
up,
an insanely powerful computer in front of us with internet access.
Yeah, so just like really raw rock and roll, like, and even the lyrics in it, because he had read off some of the
2003. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, so I said 02 or 03. Yeah, it was
nailed it. So I didn't see it anywhere near that. I would have seen it 2006 or 7.
Gotcha.
Maybe 5. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was
probably 2006 or 7.
I was young, and it gave me the bug. I don't consider myself like really starting playing guitar till I was like 12 and a half, maybe 13. But my grandma had a nylon string acoustic.
I was 12 as well.
And so I used to pull that thing out and just strum on it, by the time I was about like, 10 or 11 years old. And yeah, man, just pull that thing out. That movie, man, I'd pull out that nylon string like.
Yeah. So I never actually bring this up, but I actually had a false start on guitar. I started guitar. So if I was 12, I probably started guitar when I was 8. I had an acoustic and I hated it. And I didn't want to do it. So I never practiced, never did anything, and eventually stopped. And then a few years later, I got an electric guitar for Christmas, birthday, whatever it was. And like cheap first act.
Yeah.
It was a cool body shape though, dude. I'll pull it up for you sometime. It's a really cool body shape for a guitar. It's almost like a mockingbird.
Oh, man.
Cool. But it was like Les Paul style.
Gotcha.
Double humbuckers, thick piece of wood, but with like this weird horn that was like reverse, like a mockingbird. Anyway, cheap guitar.
And those pickups were definitely microphonic.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I just went to town on that, and that's when I started, I would say.
Dang, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. So mine, I got a Telly.
Nice. I had one of those Samick Les Pauls. The color was iced tea.
Iced tea.
Yeah.
Mine was a Sunburst Telecaster.
This was essentially, that iced tea was essentially like like what you would see like a cherry Sunburst from
Okay,
Les Paul.
gotcha.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
No, my sister had gotten this movie, Freaky Friday.
I love that movie, dude. Disney. That movie also made me want to play in a band. You're right.
Dude, Dude, so
You're talking about the remake though with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, exactly. So Lindsay Lohan played a Telecaster. So I had been watching this movie. It was, it wasn't the same kind, but
you're right.
That I got, but
that Telecaster was actually pretty badass.
It was really badass.
Didn't it have like a plaid pickguard or something? I remember.
It was red, but it had a plaid. It might have been a plaid pickguard. But it definitely had like either humbuckers or filtertrons. I want to say it had filtertrons as pickups in it. So it was red with filtertrons. I think it had a black pickguard.
So another movie that really made me want to beat a band. Do you know the band the movie The Rocker?
Nailed it.
That's the one, right?
Dude, I freaking nailed it. What did I say?
You said red with a black pickguard, right?
With filtertrons.
Okay.
That's
yeah. I can't see it that well. I'm blind.
Gotcha.
I guess we should probably share the screen with the fans, huh?
Maybe. I mean, it might be cool.
There you go. So there you go, everybody. This guitar right here.
Yeah.
If you remember the old school movie, this one, 2003. I was about to say that was probably around the time.
You should probably close the porn tab though.
Oh, you're right. Anyway, you didn't see nothing. Anyway, subscribe to the VIP to see my favorite porn playlist. We can watch along together.
It's just a bunch of like animals and people.
It's just a bunch of like people holding hands walking down a beach. Wait, this guy's really fucked up. How's that somehow more fucked up than what you said? That's really odd.
I don't know.
But The Rocker, do you know The Rocker?
Oh, dude, of course, yeah.
That movie.
Dwight Schrute. I can never remember.
Rainn Wilson.
Okay, yeah. So
And Dwight Schrute.
He's forever Dwight Schrute. I will never.
So he learned to play drums for that movie.
Oh, really?
And you can see he's playing a lot of that stuff. Like they're obviously not hearing the audio, but he's got it right. Like he's crashing at the right time. He's hitting the snare at the right time. He does the fills. Like it's cool.
Wow.
It's not anything insane, but it's pretty cool that he did that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it goes a long way for people like me to see someone in a movie actually doing it.
Yeah, it makes even if you're not a good musician, if you're a musician, it's easy to tell after a certain point when someone's faking it.
I was watching House. You know the show House?
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie, the guy that plays House, is a fantastic musician. Didn't know this at the time. And I'm watching, and it's the end of one of the episodes. He's sitting alone in his home, I guess his apartment or whatever. And he has a guitar in his hand, and he's playing this like blues solo. And I'm just sitting here watching him play it, and I'm like, he's playing that solo. That's note for note. Like he's doing it right. Because I've heard enough pentatonics, I can watch your hands. I know what it's supposed to sound like, even if I can't hear it.
Yeah.
So I'm matching it up, the sound with his hands, and it's matching perfectly. And I'm like, this guy plays. He plays for real. So I started credits. It was at the end of the episode, so the credits roll, and I see that the song was credited to him. Like Hugh Laurie wrote and performed that song for the show.
Oh wow!
So then I googled him, and he had like albums out and stuff. You guys should check it out. Hugh Laurie, English guy, actor. He plays House. Really good musician. He's got a cool voice, dude. It's like an old gravelly like blues voice. It's awesome.
Oh dang, he sang too.
Not in that particular thing. It was just an instrumental thing. But
gotcha.
Yes, he does sing on his own music, and really good. There's a song called St. James Infirmary. I think it's the first track off one of his albums. That's a really good one. That's just on the tangent of watching people perform in movies and film and stuff. But The Rocker, yes, very funny movie. And the whole plot is you watch this band rise. And that always gets me going. Like at the end, they play like the stadium show,
Yeah, no, it's great.
And the music was good. The music was good. The Vesuvius was always good. I thought they nailed.
Oh, dude,
that
they
80s
so
thing.
nailed the 80s thing. Yeah.
And then what they did with ADD, which is the other band that's on the rise, they somehow captured like the pop alternative without making it cheesy or derivative or anything,
Yeah, it definitely
It was like cool, unique stuff that was actually good, which I appreciated.
Yeah, it was catchy. It was good. It was good, catchy pop alternative that didn't feel like it was just written for a movie.
Right. Yeah. I still love listening to that soundtrack, by the way. Do we want to say anything else before we jump into Fake here? Any more stories about Fake? This one does not have a video of any kind. It almost did, but we didn't get around to it.
No, let's get into it, man. Let's just dive in.
All right. Let's head on over to the computer and blast off. This one comes right out of the gate with actually a funny story between this very little first thing here. We were originally recording this with our old singer Goliath, who is now our new singer. And so he's back in the band. And we were recording vocals in your basement, doing some, I guess, scratches or whatever they were.
Right.
And when you gave me the vocals, you gave me a bunch of different tracks, and they were all lined up at once. So when I imported them, I had like 30, 40 tracks, just like of just different vocal takes. And I just hit play, and this is what I heard. Which was just all of him, all the little things he would say before he'd start recording. Like, all right, I'm ready, let's go. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, I'm ready. Just all that, like 40 of them at once.
Oh, he does do that, dude. He does.
Right? The very end here. So we left that in there, and it starts like this. Just a fun little doohickey there. Now we're just starting, just pounding that A. Rhythm guitars are going to be doing that as well. Organ. That's real subtle. I'm going to crank that for you guys. That doubles what I'm doing over here in the lead guitar. Now we had fun, or I had fun in the studio, I should say, making a bunch of like weird guitar sounds for this one. So I had ebow, slides, feedback, all kinds of fun stuff. And you're going to hear what sounds like an air raid siren right here.
Oh, a lot of that was my amp in the basement with the mics.
We used the ebow on that?
No, not ebow for that part, but slide and like some part of
that
this
stuff
air raid
was, yes.
siren made it.
But this air raid siren, I believe, here was the ebow.
Gotcha.
And that's how it just keeps that sustain. And then ebow plus a slide, you can have a lot of fun with that combo. An ebow, by the way, is a little device you hold in your hand, and you just set it on the guitar, and it's magnetized, so it makes your string vibrate, and that creates a sound. So you can just hold it there, and the guitar will just play. Essentially, it'll start making a note, and then you can start doing stuff with this hand, and it's really cool.
So yeah, the one you heard on the right side was the amp.
But those are both ebow, though. Did I ebow through your amp?
No, slide.
Yeah. But it's ebow and a slide. And then I just... Because I would have done both of those at the same time, wherever I was.
Gotcha.
But your amp is in here for sure. This little thing, this is like a Don't Stop Believin' trick from Neil Sean. Right? So we just had fun making little guitar effects. With that one, you either rake the pick behind the bridge of the guitar, which would be back here if I'm holding it, back here by my pick hand. You would go, doo-doo-doo. Yeah, you want to show them?
Yeah, let's show them. So here's the bridge. So raking this part. Let's see if we get some...
Here, you have a pick.
Signature pick, by the way.
And I was doing it. I was doing high E to low E.
Yeah, and where's the other place they can do it?
The other place you can do it is up behind the nut, so way up at the top of the guitar. And I don't remember which one I did. I think this was the bridge. And then you're just hearing a lot of delay. And actually, with the pan, what you're hearing, if you can see this waveform here, is I did it once, and I copied it and made it a little later. So instead of a delay, I literally just had it play twice, and I turned the second one down so it sounded like a delay, and then I just panned them. So you would have it in the left and then the right, and then Machine added a bunch of delay and reverb as well. And we'll get to how these sound in context first, but we're on a roll now, so let's keep going through some of these sounds here. Nope, that's the chorus. Yeah, here we go, more stuff. Fun stuff there. Where's the one? I skipped one. Yes, right here, after this little thing we just listened to. Going into the verse, That was your amp.
Oh, gotcha.
So that was just slide, and it was kind of a magic thing. I didn't even mean for it to happen this way, but I slid up on the low strings and then down on the high strings. So it made this weird like wow kind of cat sound.
Yeah.
And then it goes into the other thing. So there's a lot of little stuff like that in here. I actually think that's it. As I say, there's a lot. You know what? There's a story here. You ready?
I'm ready.
Do you know what it is?
Maybe.
You're going to hear it and you're going to know. That's our best impression of the THX sound, you know?
Yep.
Right before Star Wars. All right, why don't you tell them the story of that? This right here was one specific guitar that was only used for this and nothing else on the entire album.
Yes. Okay, so the first idea was neither Dallas or I own Floyd Rose guitars anymore.
Or anything with any whammy bar, I don't think.
Well, I have whammy bars, but yeah.
I don't have any,
can't
I don't think
dive
anymore.
Yeah, so anyways, so my idea was like, well, let's just get a microphone and get your Tascam and let's go into a music store, get a sound we like. I'll secretly pull out a 57 in front of the speaker and you just dive bomb real quick. We'll record it and go back to the studio. And we're like, yeah, okay, dude, yeah, we're going to fucking do it. We're going to fucking do this. Yeah. And then it was just kind of like, maybe we shouldn't fucking do this.
Which I think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think anyone would have cared.
So that was the plan.
It might not have been the best recording, but I don't think anyone would have cared.
So, anyways, I was just like, one day I called Dallas. I was like, hey, you still need to do that dive bomb?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking we should probably still do that. And I was like, cool, because I just picked up an EVH guitar.
Well, so the background of why we needed the dive bomb was because there was this big gap.
Yeah.
And you know how in the past episodes we've talked about filling gaps strategically with things. So if we play this part right here, it's really this gap right here in the vocals that we were trying to kind of cover up. Just for free! So I'm going to crank these leads so you can hear how that, because they actually ended up being pretty subtle in the album. I'm going to crank it here so you can really hear it. Just for free! Right? So that's where it is in context of the song. Listen to it again by itself. We're kind of going for the kickstart my heart thing there.
Definitely.
And so that was that one EVH guitar. And then when did you return it?
Well, okay, so in context, so I'm like, yeah, it's all right. You know, I think it might grow on me and blah, blah, blah. And I was just, I guess after we tracked the part, I was just like, you know, I might keep it, you know, it's blah, blah, you know.
By the way, I'm pretty sure you came by like straight from the music store to my house.
Straight from being done from lessons.
Right.
So I got it that day, lessons, and then straight to your place.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I was just like, I might keep it, blah, blah. You know, it's kind of growing on me. And you were just like, nah, you're going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
so I called you the next day. I was like,
you were like,
yeah, I got rid of it, dude. But I got a Charvel, dude, a Tele Charvel with a reverse headstock that ended up making it
in the Mr. Danger
onto
video.
Mr. Danger video. Yeah.
That's fun. You can go watch the Mr. Danger video and see that guitar. This one here, though, and I'm for those of you just listening, not watching, I'm highlighting the sound we just heard. So that was recorded by a guitar that we had in our possession for about 24 hours.
Yep.
Other than that, there's nothing here. Yeah, the leads are all just actual music besides those couple little points there. So let's go back to the intro where we started. We've heard everything at that point, right?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay. So when it picks up, the organ does something really cool. So originally we had this song with no organ. And that would sound like this. I'm going to mute the organ for you guys. Right, just rocking through the riff. The organ added this, or Josh added this really nice kind of major happy thing that I thought really elevated this riff and gave it a cool new vibe. And I'm going to crank the organ. So here we go. I have to describe what I'm doing. so people know who are watching and who aren't watching.
Yeah,
I
true.
realized after listening to a few of our episodes, like sometimes I do stuff without describing what I'm doing. So if you're not watching, it might be hard to follow along. But that's why I'm here to help. And then it works out there. Let's take a look to this riff, though. This riff is not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, definitely not.
Do you want to hear just the rhythm guitars, or do you want to hear some bass and drums? What do you want to hear?
Let's start the riff, and then just add things in around it.
All right. And by the way, that right there is where that little comes in.
Yeah.
And then here's that slide you heard mentioned earlier.
I said, hey, I'm on my way.
And I'm going to keep the vocals out for now because there's a lot going on in this verse that I want to cover. Originally, we had just one long verse. And then Foz had the idea that halfway through it should kind of like amp up a bit, which I think was a great idea. So we took that. And the guitars are just chugging along here. This will be me and Driz. Again, if you've been following along, you know that yours truly is in your left ear. And Mr. Drizzle Silvera is in your right ear.
Salivating.
Very straightforward. That organ comes through halfway as well. Kind of adds that. Bass does the same thing. Lead guitar, though. Lead guitar has some fun little stuff here. Oh, we heard that. Live, by the way, I've started doing this fun little thing. So the lyric there is, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, which is obviously a reference to AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do there is I do, I think it's from Shoot to Thrill, I think, where they start doing that kind of breakdown part. So I add a little like dee-dee-dee, like a little kind of AC/DC tease there. And then that lead guitar is going to pick up into kind of a more arpeggiated part here.
That's fun live.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that little harmony part, Driz actually stops what he's doing, comes up, and we play that together. It's the little things, people. Let's talk about these vocals.
That's not what she
There's
said.
no. I said, hey, I'm on my way to the promised land. They say a sink or swim. So
Oh, sorry. Meant to bring those in, not kill it.
I said, hey, I'm on my way to the promised land. They say a sink or swim. So here I make my stand. I heard.
And then I'm really glad Machine did this because this is kind of what I was hearing all along. But he says, I heard. And then the phrase, in quotes, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And originally that was not any different, but here it is very different. It's cool.
Make my stand. I heard. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. There's no.
Now things pick up here.
Make my stand. There's no way I'm gonna miss another chance to shoot my shot. Forget who I am, you know. I got nothing for nothing for taking it slow.
So another cool element here, if we talk about the bass. For the first half of the verse, the bass is only playing one note. We call that pedaling a note. Now for the second half, he's going to stop pedaling and he's going to play the full chord progression along with the rest of us. And along with the drums getting a little more amped up by opening that hi-hat, we have a nice transition. Let's listen to just the rhythm guitars, bass, and drums. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Pre-chorus. If you listen to our VIP bonus episode, you heard us break down the demo where a lot of the riffs from Dirty Damn Tricks came from this one demo.
Yeah.
The title of that demo is There's a Cat on My Desk. And there was. This was one of them. This was one
Good
of the
old
riffs.
Alice.
This was the pre-chorus in that song, and it's the pre-chorus in this song as well. I think. Yeah. Yep, that's right. Again, I'm going to mute the vocals so we can hear the riffs, and I'm going to mute these leads as well. Listen to the bass and the drums. They sounded like they were hitting real hard there. One of my favorite things about this song is how much space that chorus has. But we got a little ahead of ourselves there. There's nothing else really in that pre-chorus except these vocals. Let's go ahead and analyze.
We got ahead of ourselves because those drums just sound so dope on that.
Those drums and the bass, and they were just locking in on the boom. Boom, 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 boom. All the big gaps. Ah, so good. Sometimes it's about what you don't play.
Oh, but I thought I heard him say, you're just a fake.
Right? And you like that wetness on that.
Yeah, you recall I talked about it back in one of the episodes. I was like saying I really love what Machine does on the effects. He's got to have like a kill, you know. I don't know how he's mixing. Maybe he goes to everything in the box and just does right and, you know, read and write and does all that stuff. Or is he, if he's actually like playing a console like an old engineer might do, where he's fading up, hitting the kill on the delay or the verb or whatever, you know, and then bringing it back down and then bringing another one in and then turning off his effects mute, you know, like you'd be playing a console if you're mixing a band, you know, live or in the studio back in the day, you know, as you're writing it to either tape or your session.
Right, 100%. So we have a big swell of reverb and wetness here, and then you'll hear it all disappear. So it's, oh, and then it stops. But I thought I heard him say, comes back on the word say. You'll hear kind of that space and that ambience that comes from using the reverb and delay effects.
Oh, but I thought I heard him say, you're just a fake.
Surprisingly dry on the chorus there.
Yeah.
But you do hear it on isolation here. You hear it in the back.
You're just a fake.
And that's surprisingly dry because they're all over here on the BGV track. BGV, of course, stands for background vocals.
You're just a fake.
So we put those together. We're going to hear.
Oh, but I thought I heard him say, you're just a fake. Oh, it's a temporary place for you now.
And we were strategic placing these doubles.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want them to be over everything. So, all that's not anything. And then we would place them in places where we wanted that vocal to be nice and thick.
You're all the rage. Whoa. Until they finally figure you out.
So the song, of course, if you've been listening to the lyrics for any length of time, is similar to Sucker Punch, which is fitting because they are the exact same tempo, 175 beats per minute. But it's about being in the music industry and how that can be hard. And constantly being told you're not good enough.
Yeah.
And what you going to do about it, son?
And yeah, you want to make it to the top.
Yep. Let's talk about these rhythm guitars.
Get down on your knees.
Get to sugging. Here we go. that little hold on that chord is where that lead goes. Right? That's a little transition there if we listen to that in a second altogether. So we have these gaps if we listen to the bass and drums again. And now I'm going to play this lead guitar for you. Just does the same thing again. Let me add the bass and drums. You're going to hear how those lead guitars fill the gaps that the bass is leaving. Right? Now we bring in the other guitars. They're going to kind of glue it all together because they cover a little more space.
Mm-hmm.
They're not leaving as big a gaps as the other things. They're filling it with like little stuff like that. Finally, we bring the vocals in, and you have the chorus of Fake.
You're just a fake. Oh, it's a temporary place for you now. You're overrated. Whoa, until they finally figure you out. I said, hey, mister, you look like you know a thing or two. I got nowhere left to turn, I got nothing left to lose. So tell me, what do I do? Just show me where to sign.
So we have a nice little thing that Foz does here on the drums. I love that. Let's isolate here a little better. And it actually,
Left to lose, so tell me, what?
it follows the word me.
Nothing left to lose, so tell me, what do I do? Just show me where to sign. He wore a really nice suit and drove a Cadillac car. He said, you got something, kid, and I think you'll go far. So just sign right here on the tiny red line. Oh.
Now, the first little lead guitar part here, you'll remember the guitar harmonies, right?
Yes.
Second one does not have that. It has more of just like a gross pentatonic lick, you know? It's a little more slop there.
Yeah, just a little bit of that nasty.
A little bit of that big nasty.
That big nasty.
Now here, again, things change.
Just a wee bit.
You and I start harmonizing in the rhythm guitar tracks. You're going to hear these rhythm. I'll isolate them for you. You're going to hear me in your left again, Driz in your right. And you're going to hear the notes kind of start shifting away from each other.
Did you just say I'm going to Driz in their right ear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said Driz is in there right here.
Oh, okay. I misheard it.
Drizm. Like how Machine automated that up, you know? So if we put that in context, again, keeping those vocals muted so you can really hear these instruments. Now, the chorus is the same, so we're going to skip that for now. We're going to head into what's next. You guessed it. Wouldn't mean LA maybe sung without a guitar solo. So we have this nice little turnaround lick. This is the one you were talking about earlier. Right?
Yes.
That lick, right?
Yeah, I remember playing that. You're like, dude, that's dope.
Yeah. We use that lick a lot now.
Yeah.
We have that in a few places. little build up to the solo. You know, I love this. Let's go ahead and bring in the bass and the drums. Yeah, see, I'm doing other stuff there, so I never get to appreciate that for what it is, that little stop. I love that. Here's what I'm doing. I'm just doing these like fun bends. So what I did here actually, in the old recording, I think I just went wow, wow, wow. It's kind of built up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In this one, I go 1 fret lower and bend it for every note.
Ooh.
So it's like a lot more slinky sounding.
Saucy. Sounds like a real sleazebag wrote that.
Yeah, he did. And that, it really shines through in the playing. And that wow, wow, wow at the end, that's over this nice little gap in the guitar. So if we listen to just the guitars here. Then we get into the solo.
So nasty.
This solo is pretty nuts. There's it mostly remains unchanged from the original recording of this song.
Oh, which I happen to use my Red Eastman on
the original one?
On the original recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
This solo, it's re-recorded, and it is slightly different, but the main ideas are still there. This really, really fast lick, that was one new thing for sure. I wanted something in there, a little speed demon. Let's take a listen. So that fast lick I was talking about somewhere in here. Yeah, right here. Just all legato, you know, but
Yeah.
the speed at 175 BPM, it's cooking there. We listened to the, this is the riff that Driz and I were talking about writing together, was this, this guitar solo riff here. And then we have a riff of doom, and we'll get to that in a second. But can we appreciate what Rasan's doing here in the bass? The first half, he's chilling out. And the second half, he's adding all this cool stuff. Let's take a listen. So that was very straight. No changes. Now this time, he's laid the foundation. He's going to start playing with it. There you go, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have the, here it is, the return of. The low piano double in the bass. You guessed it. Why do I keep hitting, but monitoring? I don't need to hit that button. Nice fifths, kind of a John Lord thing there.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Huh?
I said, yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
For a piano.
Pretty cool for something with keys. Nice. Halfway through, the lead guitar comes in. Okay, so what I do live actually is I hold this solo here. See how it kind of disappears. Wow. Live, I just hold it. Wow, and I'm still holding it, and I'm still holding it, and I do a little lick, and then I start playing this. So I never actually play the same riff you play. Mm-hmm. You kind of lock down there on the low one.
Yep.
I guess I never realized that was single notes, because I come in and do the Paradise City thing where I play the you're playing the low note and I'm playing like the top half of the power
Yeah.
chords. Like together we're playing power chords, which is kind of cool. That's a fun little trick. Then we get to my favorite part of the song. I'm going to mute the vocals again still. Keep them muted for you. Let's see. This is essentially the intro. But there's one thing that's changed, and that's this pedal lead guitar, which I love. Let's bring those, because that doesn't sound like much by itself. Let's bring in the bass, the drums here. Let's leave out those rhythms. You're going to hear how that blends together nicely. That's the spot where magic always happens live.
Yes.
And also where hell breaks loose live for
Mhm.
old Dallas Dwight. I've knocked out more shit in this part of the song than any other part of the set, dude. Every time we get to that part, I do some big jump or some crazy shit
Yep.
that unplugs my guitar. Shit just goes crazy.
I jump too.
We go nuts there.
I jump too.
This is my favorite part. This big old string of vocals right here. So I'm trying to remember how I came up with that that vocal thing, and I knew I wanted. So as I'm listening to it, I knew I wanted like all these vocals, right? So I had that
almost
melody
kind
in
of
my
like
head.
rap inspired.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very rapid.
Just coming at you rapid fire.
And Axl Rose inspired too, because he does a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And he gets his inspiration directly from hip hop as well. So it is a hip hop inspired thing. And I had to think about how to make it work. So I just started kind of piecing these lyrics together. It took a long time to get them. I had the first part pretty quickly. Chewed up, spit out, all but left for dead. And if the only things I have left are the dreams inside my head, you ain't the first to try to take everything from me. But if I fucked it up, what is it? You ain't the first to
Listen
try
up
to
and see. I'm
take
gonna take it
everything from me.
all.
But if you, whatever, dude, I don't even know. If only there was a way we could listen to it. Well, guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, listen up and see.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it all. The sex, drugs, life, and luxury. And if you take the fall for all my wrongs, another casualty. So slip inside your bed at night and take your shots at me. But I'll sleep like a baby because I get my shots for free.
Yeah.
There you go. So this part of the song is all about. This is like the so far the verses and the chorus have been everyone saying like you can't do it, give up, you're fake, whatever. This is the spot where it's like no, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. Let's take a listen.
I'm spit out, I'll be left for dead, and if the only things I have left are the dreams inside my head, you ain't the first to try to take everything from me. But I got news for you, my friend, listen up and see, I'm gonna take it all, the sex, drugs, life, and luxury. But if you take the fall for all my wrongs, another casualty. So sit inside your bed at night and take your shots at me. But I'll sleep like a baby, cause I get my shots for free.
There we go. Shall we listen to the whole band?
Let's do it all.
Cause if I'm true, I'm spit out, I'm a living dead, and if the only things I have left are the dreams inside my head, you ain't the first to try to take everything from me. But I got news for you, my friend, listen up and see, I'm gonna take it all, the sex, drugs, life, and luxury. But if you take the fall for all my wrongs, you're now the casualty. So sit inside your bed at night and take your shots at me. But I'll sleep like a baby, cause I get my shots for free.
And it's because these
it gets me
vocals
jacked every
are
time.
bigger there, right?
You're just a fake.
Where earlier in the song we would have just heard.
You're just a fake.
No, just a fake. Yeah, now they're bigger here. You're just a fake.
Until they find
Nope, right here.
you're just a fake.
And the vocals are bigger throughout all this. All these notes are bigger now.
Oh, it's a temporary place for you now. Do what they say. Oh, until they finally figure you out.
And then it's kind of back to the normal melodies, but the lyrics have changed now.
You're just a fake, only till the day that you die. They know your name, screaming every night that you're fire. Oh, you know you're just a fake.
That's the very end there. So we actually end up going back to this riff. But first, let's talk about how this little weird change in the middle of these choruses happens with.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, with everything but the vocals here, because they just kind of sing along like normal.
Bound down up, down 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 down.
Yeah,
that part. Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
I'm actually going to mute the everything except bass, drums, and rhythm guitars here. And then to get to the very end, we have this nice little descending dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. And the lead guitar does that as well. So if we isolate that, compared to, so together. Also worth noting, if you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time, that Fake is the intro song to our podcast.
Yes. I was going to bring that up.
I believe it's this part here.
Welcome to your new favorite band. Broadcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas, Dwight, and...
Right there, we actually spliced the down. I like kind of scrunched it up so it wasn't like 4 minutes long. But there it is. That's Fake. And you know what? You're fake.
Fuck you, you're fake.
No, I'm not fake. You're fake. Had to look at the time. We're doing good.
Not.
Now, you had a little surprise.
I have a couple little surprises. There's one that has to probably be for our paid podcast members.
Okay. I don't know what this is, though, by the way.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
You told me when I walked in, you were like,
so
I have some surprises.
I have some surprises. I do. Okay, well, first of all, let me get some things out of the way. I've got to give a special shout out to Midwood Guitar Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, you're repping the shirt. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
shirt.
I'm repping the shirt. You only really see this pic right here that says MGS Midwood Guitar Studios,
Madison Garden Square. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it says it on the back too. It's got a bigger emblem on the back. But I got to give them a shout out because most all the guitars I play live and have used on the album. Well, so the new album we're working on, maybe
the new album, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So most all the guitars I use live come from that store. And really awesome folks. So check them out. They have like really high end gear. If you've got a mind of buying something usually $1,000+, they are really great, and their customer service is amazing. So
yeah,
anyways.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah,
and I've never worked with them themselves, but I have worked with Craig, the guitar tech that
cool
works out of there as well.
Yeah. So big shout out to Midwood Guitar Studios. They're awesome. I can't recommend them enough. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Here's one of the guitars I got from that store. You saw it earlier. I was doing the picking. But this one was on the original Fake recording before we decided to redo the recording.
What was on the redone one? Do you remember? It was probably the teal one.
The on the redone one, I'm pretty sure I used the 339 on that one.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this was on the original one, and I'm using this one a lot, live a lot right now. This is the one that like everyone's like, I can't believe you just did sweeping on that guitar.
Yeah, it doesn't look like something you would sweep
you know,
on.
It's like somebody you see doing jazz on, or
looks like something you'd
rock.
see someone playing BB King covers on.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a killer guitar. It's an Eastman T486. So just a little bit of table candy here. This one's actually on
And that's
wall.
the one you were saying is going in the trash after this, or that's the other one?
No, none of them. I was planning on throwing myself in the trash afterwards.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yeah. I don't know where self and guitar
But the guitars
gone.
stay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they sound similar.
Yeah.
They have a lot of similar letters, you know.
Well, of all the things in here, the main thing that belongs in the trash is myself. So
Gotta love that self-esteem.
yeah.
So,
No, it's just confidence, dude. I'm confident that
I'm confident that I suck. I don't have bad self-esteem.
No, I didn't say
know
I suck. No, I'm just a trashy, just a really trashy person. So
I don't know what you're talking about self-esteem. I'm real confident that I'm real bad.
yeah.
Yeah. I have great self-esteem.
I'm, and I'm the table candy guy because Dallas, does everything else. So I figure, I might as well do, my small little things on the show. Like,
Klon Centaur.
no, I'm not. Never mind. I'm not next deleted. No,
The Klon
I don't
Centaur.
have that money. No, this is a Morning Glory.
Gross.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. Basically, you stick the firework in your butthole. This is metaphorical butthole, right? And
Metaphorical.
you light it,
Gotcha.
and stuff comes out of it, like firework shit. And
Price tag on the back says $9.99.
yeah,
Can't be that
good. Well, it's an Amazon special.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon special.
It actually, this one doesn't have any wires in it, but it does look cool.
So JHS, this is the Morning Glory. It is a Blues Breaker style pedal. Absolutely love this pedal. If you get the chance, check it out. They sound killer. Absolutely killer. Very transparent. If you like the sound of your amp, you just want to push it a little bit more, check these out.
Check these out or turn your amp up a little more. Depends on how many $150 you want to drop.
Depends on how many tubes you want to blow up.
We joke, but you did have something to surprise for the VIP listeners, and
I did.
unfortunately, we're running out of time here for the casual listeners. So thank you guys so much for being here with us. We're gonna head on over to the VIP. I don't know what's about to come my way, but I am excited. Ta-ta for now.
Deuces. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful. So thank you.